Hey folks, welcome to my kitchen once again. Today I'm not going to do a recipe. Today I'm going to share with you a cooking tip that I learned recently that I noticed that it's helped me save some money, and it also a way that showed me how I could store my garlic and ginger that will last me a little while. Now the reason I'm saying save some money is that I like to add my little garlic and stuff to my meals, and sometimes I may feel a bit lazy, and I don't feel like to cut up the garlic and so forth. So you'll find that the garlic may go bad at the time where I want to actually use the garlic. It may go bad, and I end up not having the garlic. So that's why I say that, and that way I end up wasting money. That is basically down the drain, as you would say. So what I'm going to show you today is a way that I've learned how I could store the garlic and as well as the ginger. Again, like how I could use whenever I feel like it will last long in the fridge, and as well to just saving money where I wouldn't have to, meaning that I don't have to throw away anything. So let's get to this cooking tip that I want to share with you. Okay, folks, I just peeled one head of garlic, and they're so beautiful. Look at these cloves, they're so nice and big and pretty. I just love how they are nice. I like them when they're big like that. I just remembered in a few of my recipes before I was using like garlic powder, and to be honest, the garlic powder didn't really have the smell, it didn't really have the taste. So this is another good way, another reason to, instead of using the garlic powder, I use the actual raw, the real garlic. I know what I'm using in my dishes, and I know what I'm getting, the flavor I'm getting and stuff. So another good way, another reason to be using this cooking tip. All right, so I have this is the cup for my what you call it, my magic bullet. If you have a food processor, that would be a lot better, because with the food processor you don't really have to add any water. But with my little bullet, for it to pulse properly, I have to add a bit of water. So I'm going to fill up my cup with these pieces of garlic, garlic clove. Sorry. Add a bit of water, just basically to get it to pulse properly, and then I'll be back to show you what I got after this has blended up a bit. Okay folks, so this is what my garlic look like. It's basically like a paste we're looking to get after I have let it blend up quite a bit to get a sort of paste effect. So now after I've done that, I have a plate. Okay, I'm going to empty the garlic paste onto this plate. As you can see, some of the garlic hasn't quite blended up properly, so I'm going to move those and still get to show you what I want to show you. Okay, so we will just basically like flatten the garlic paste like this on the plate. Even though you have like a bit of garlic that is not fully blended up, no worries. It's still all good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the freezer, let this foam up a bit, like for maybe about half an hour. And then I'll be back to show you what I do next. Okay folks, this is my garlic paste after 30 minutes in the freezer. It's nice and firm. These bulbs you see here is basically a piece of garlic that didn't grind up properly, but I have no problem with that. Before I forget, now remember when I first started this video, I talked about doing this with the ginger. You basically just peel the ginger, peel it, cut it up in small pieces, put it in your food processor or magic bullet, and just go through the same process that we did with the garlic. So now you're seeing basically I'm cutting into this garlic paste, like how if you do like pastry or something. I'm making, my objective here is to make like little squares. Okay, see that guys? So I've got my little squares like this, and then I'm going to put them in a container, put them in the freezer, and I'm ready to go and prepare my meals. Easy. I just take out a little square, or how many that I need, depends on how much food I'm cooking, and add it to my dish. And trust me, the aroma is still there. If I did some today that I had in the freezer, I put it in my dish and the aroma was still there. I could tell which is garlic and which is ginger, in case you want to know. Okay, so here's my little container that I have here that I'm going to put the garlic paste squares into, and then I'm going to put my container in the freezer. Here's some of the garlic paste that I have from my freezer. Now you may be wondering that you may not know the difference, but for me, when I smell it, I can smell the difference between the garlic and the ginger. Now also too, some people you could make a garlic and ginger paste, but it depends. You may have doing a dish that you don't want ginger and vice versa. Maybe doing a dish that you don't want garlic and no ginger, or you want garlic and no, you want ginger and no garlic, if you understand what I mean. So, I prefer to keep it separate. And if you want, you could label your container, whatever you're using, as to, if you can't identify what it is, you could label your container if it's garlic or if it's ginger, and maybe you could put a date on it. Now, even though it's in the freezer, let me show you, it easily could come apart. I could easily pick up one little cube, and put it in my dish. I've already done, I did a pumpkin curry this morning, and I put just basically one cube in my dish. And I did a rice. I was doing experimenting. I put one cube of the ginger in the rice, so I mean, you can't go wrong with these ingredients. And I also did I did a dal, and I put a cube of this in the dal. So just to tell you that it is so inconvenient now that I could add this garlic and ginger to my meals. And this is it. This is really a good tip that I really enjoy sharing with you guys, and I hope you try it. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, but take a little prep, and even the prepping, to me, it doesn't take much time. I mean, the only thing for me, if you boil the garlic in the skin itself, you can peel ones. I will take a little time to peel. That is the only time consuming part of this process. If you buy the garlic that is already peeled, I mean, this will take you less than maybe half an hour to complete the whole process. Okay, guys, I look forward to your comment on this tip. See you in the next one. Okay, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.